If you're looking for a way to give back this holiday season on this eve of Thanksgiving, our next guest is showcasing some very deserving nonprofits dedicated to making the world a much better place. The Christoph Holiday Impact Prize recognizes several honorees again this year in its annual giving campaign. And joining us now, New York Times opinion columnist Nick Kristof. Since 2009, Nick's Holiday Gift Guide column has helped to raise the profiles of some little-known organizations that are making a big impact on the issues he covers. And he introduced his Holiday Impact Prize in 2019 to boost support for those groups. Nick, great to see you this morning. We love this moment every year. It's such a great idea that you started a while back. So let's remind people exactly how this started for you, this mission.
And obviously important, but I think readers and or our audiences are often looking not just to know about everything going wrong, but what they can do to make the world a little bit better, and perhaps especially this time of year. And so I started this this holiday gift guide with the idea that people can, not just give a necktie or a scarf to family members or friends, but also make a donation to a really worthy organization and in ways that change lives. And this year, I think I found three particularly amazing organizations. The best, highest return investment in the world today isn't in a hedge fund, and in some of these incredible nonprofits. So the organizations I've chosen this year, one is called the Fistula Foundation, which helps address a childbirth injury called fistula. The most dangerous thing a woman can do in much of the world is to get pregnant. And if there is no obstetric care available, then she can be left with these internal injuries, the fistula, which leaves her incontinent, sometimes feeling she's been cursed by God, degraded. And for $600, one can repair that fistula and give this woman her life back. I've just, rarely seen somebody as joyous as one of these women or girls when they've had that surgery. And another is called Musso Health, because we lose far too many children around the world in the first few years of life. And this is an organization that started in Mali and was amazingly successful using community health workers. In its first stages, over 7 years, it reduced child mortality by 95%. And for just $22 a person, it can expand its coverage and reach another child, another family. And the last this year is an incredible group called Reach Out and Read, which works in this country, in the U.S., and it addresses the problem that most low-income kids aren't read to by their parents. And it's not that the parents, don't want to help their kids, but there are no children's books at home. They're not in that practice. And so Reach Out and Read gives children's books in each well child visit by the pediatrician. And the pediatrician then prescribes reading to the parent, encourages them to read. And it turns out that it doubles the share of kids who are read to by their parents, and makes these kids better prepared for kindergarten and school and doing better throughout life.
All very worthy organizations. Again, they are Fistula, Musso, Reach Out and Read. They each get a $50,000 award, but hopefully that's just the beginning as people are made aware of these organizations that they may step up and donate as well. I'm curious, Nick, you cover so many stories. You travel the world. You cover stories that a lot of the media doesn't reach. You bring back those stories. When you sit down, I'm sure, with a very long list of very worthy organizations, how do you get it to these three?
So, people always come out to me and say, oh, I have this amazing organization that I recommend to you. And what I look for is evidence. And that can be, look, every self-evaluation in the history of the world has found success. So what I look for is outside evaluations, outside evidence, independent research that finds real impact. And I look for that impact at a inexpensive price so that one can make a real difference for, the kind of modest gift that people might make at the holidays. So like Musso Health, $22 to cover one more child in that health system, $600 to get another woman a fistula surgery, or in the case of Reach Out and Read, because they're piggybacking on the well child visits by a pediatrician. They don't have to pay for offices. It's only $30 a year to get one more child in that program. So that's what I look for: impact, and impact at a good price.
Well, good on you for all of this. And I do want to mention, if you're not in a position to donate money, you can obviously donate your time. You can volunteer. Nick has a recommendation there. It's called the Crisis Text Line. It provides free 24/7 high-quality text-based mental health support and crisis intervention through trained volunteers. And Crisis Text Line has trained and managed more than 100,000 volunteers over the years, and you can be one of them there. If you'd like to donate to any of these organizations or volunteer time, please visit KristoffImpact.org. New York Times columnist Nicholas Kristof, thank you so much for the work you do on this and for bringing them to us this morning.
Great to be with you, and happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, Nick.